Hello folks, this is Tom from anti-proton.com, and I'm here for 3 or 4 basic little messages. Number 1, Happy New Year's. 2012 is now becoming 2013, and by the time that this video airs it will be 2013. And number 2, for all of you people who thought that the world would end in 2012, and that Nibiru, the planet, would hit us, or that Fukushima would destroy us all, or any of the other idiotic things that people came up with, you're wrong. And I can say you're wrong about other conspiracy theories, and you can argue me to the ends of the earth, and whine and fuss, but you can't say anything about this one. Because even if we all died tomorrow, we didn't die today. And so the world didn't end in 2012, you're wrong. You're absolutely, patently, 100% factually wrong. Ha! And it'll just argue me with everything else, probably say that the government snuck into everybody's house and changed everybody's calendar and it's actually the previous day or something idiotic like that, but whatever. You never can win with conspiracy types. Now, message number 2. This is a CDB700. This is a scintillation counter attached to one. This is a miniature high voltage connector, and that is an original 705 CDB705 sounder. Cool, huh? Yeah, I just got this thing upgraded. Also, I have the original, pickle probe. Here it is. The pickle probe now has the ability to be connected to the CDB700 via a cable. Neat. And I think this is interesting because as a gag gift this year for Christmas, my father gave me a jar of marbles. I also got some other nice stuff, but I got this jar of marbles, kind of a gag gift. But take a look at this. Notice the difference? Well, here, let me show you what it looks like on the ground, so you can actually see the dial move. Alrighty, folks, so here we are, and as you can see, the check source is on this side, so nothing to worry about. This guy's set to ×10 mode right now. If we set it to ×1 mode, you'll see that it almost completely maxes out. This is actually a very thin crystalled scintillation counter. It's millimeters thin. It's designed for X-rays. If it were like a 1 or 2 inch sodium iodide detector, this thing would already be way maxed out. But anyway, this thing's really built for X-ray emissions fluoroscopy as opposed to what we're doing with it. But anyway, there's no preamp on this, by the way. Let's set it to ×10. It'll drop down. Now our range is 0 to 3000. And let's put the marbles into place. Marbles. And as you can see, we're climbing. We're at about 500 counts per minute. We were around 2 to 300. By the way, just to let you know, my Inspector EXP Plus gets about 350 counts per minute of gamma. So this thing is getting about the same readings in gamma as the Inspector is, which is kind of funny. The Inspector gets a much higher reading if you uncap it and let it pick up alpha and beta. This thing, as I said, is better for X-ray emissions fluoroscopy and doesn't really compete with the Inspector at all when it comes to detecting stuff like this. But there you go. Oh, and last but not least, let me show you a spectrum to prove to you that there's depleted uranium inside the marbles, because, well, there's depleted uranium inside the marbles. It's kind of neat.
Look at that. Uranium-235, thorium, you have protactinium, every little thing you'd expect to see in depleted uranium. All in your favorite glass toy from the 1930s, 40s, 50s, and so on. They just put it in everything back then. Why? Why the hell not? It does look really, really nice, as you have to admit. But there you go. Good old 50s and 60s.
So as you can see, marbles from the 30s, 40s, 50s, and whatnot had uranium in them. Why do they have uranium in them? Why not? They put it in everything else. So anyhow, I just think that's kind of funny. If you have marbles sitting around, you might test them if you have a Geiger counter. If you don't have a Geiger counter, well, can't help you. You should get one. As for this hat, why am I wearing it? Why the hell not? It's 2013, so sure. Sounds good to me. Was that the only message I had? Probably that's the only message I had. But anyhow, this is Tom from anti-proton.com. I've been worked to death over the last couple of weeks, so I haven't had a lot of time to actually produce videos and stuff, but I'm getting around to it. But anyhow, see you in 2013.